Hey, everybody. Welcome to Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm going to start off by, I guess, doing some housekeeping. Not rules per se, just kind of FYI, right? So this is a live. What does that mean on my channel? That means that I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. or try to go live every Monday at 7 p.m. And this is where we just kind of craft and chat. I answer questions in real time. The question doesn't particularly have to be about whatever it is I'm doing today. It can be about something else. I just like to come on once a week, craft with you guys, answer questions, all that fun stuff. So that means I may not necessarily get straight to the point. That means I may talk about things that have nothing to do with the craft that I'm doing. I may do a story time. I may chit chat. I'm going to answer questions that may not necessarily be about the craft I'm doing today. I have a million sublimation tutorials on my channel. I have a million bling tutorials on my channel. If you are looking for something specific in regards to bling or sublimation, 9 times out of 10, I do have a pre-recorded video on my channel already for you to view at your leisure. Okay, and you can fast forward, skip all those things. There's no chit-chatting or anything like that in my pre-recorded videos. Okay, those are the ones that get straight to the point. As for the live, we're just going to see how it goes. There has been times where I don't craft at all. There has been times where I think I'm going to bling, but my template didn't cut out. There's times where I think I'm going to sublimate, but my printer is jammed. Okay. There's been times when Cricut threw my bookmarks on the ground because it was upset. We are winging it. We're live, and we all know that lives are unpredictable. Okay. Great. I appreciate you guys for being here, though. I really, really do. Okay, so today I'm gonna do some live, I'm gonna do some live. I'm gonna do some bling. I'm gonna do some sublimation, and then I'm gonna do Patrice's design because it is so stinking cute, and it's bling and sublimation. Y'all know I love sunflowers. Y'all know I love sunflowers. So when I seen this, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do this design. But this is the one that Patrice did. I think, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. She did this design. I was watching her live yesterday and then some of it today. And she did this with, I think she did hers with DTF and sublimation. I'm just doing mine on sublimation, and then I'm going to do some bling around it as well. So I have this one. And then I have this. This is a sublimation print. Y'all, I did get, I know since I posted me converting the Epson 15,000, I haven't gone live, but I did get the 15,000. I did get a refurbished one, or what do they call it? What does Epson's website call it? Something renew? Renewed? Re-owned? I don't remember what they call it, but it's refurbished, okay? I grabbed one of those. This is a sublimation print I'm going to do because I need another baseball shirt. And then I'm going to do a Juneteenth design as well. I may give away the Juneteenth shirt. The other two I'm keeping. But I might give away the Juneteenth shirt. Okay. So we have a couple designs to do, a couple things to brush in, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up so I can say hello to everybody because, again, I appreciate you all for being here. And I haven't been live since, I think it was my celebration live was the last time I was live because I'm pretty sure I canceled last week. And I know I say this every week, but I don't plan on being here too long. Y'all just got these braids done today, and I do have a little bit of a headache. But I was like, I'm not going to cancel 2 Mondays in a row. So I took a little bit of medicine, and I was like, let me go live. There is a flock dot that refuses to get off of my table. There we go. I got it. But let me go ahead and scroll up. Hey, precious pieces, how are you? Hey, passionately intrigued arts, how are you? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Latinier. I swear I feel like I say that wrong every single week. I really do. Hey, Smurfs Creations. Oh, you got your DTF print. That I'm so glad. Kristen got her stuff either yesterday or today as well. So I'm glad you guys are receiving everything. If you haven't received it yet, you should within the next few days. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Porgy Town. How are you? Hey, Dee Dee. How are you? Hey, Pamela and Kelly. Hey, Monique. Hey, Lucille. Hey, Marta. What are you guys working on tonight? Hey, Beverly. Hey, Dee. Hey, Sherelle. Happy Monday. Hey, Karen. Hey, Paulette. Hey, Miss Sadie. Yep. Happy Father's or belated Father's Day to everybody who, or anybody who is in the chat that is a father. And yep, Juneteenth is on, what day is that? Thursday? What's today? I think that's Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. It's Thursday. So that's why I'm going to do a Juneteenth design. And then I am going to, I think I'm going to give away that shirt, the Juneteenth design shirt. Hey, Benina, I have not put no links in my description box yet. I'm going to, probably right when I get off the live, I will put the links in the description box for you guys. But the Juneteenth design I'm doing is mine. It's the one I created, I think, last year. Hey, Mocha Creatives. Hey, everybody. Hey, Addie. Hey, Miss Brown. I do not even want to butcher your name, Miss Brown. Hey, Cheryl Wilson. To be young, gifted, and black. Hello. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Picture Me Crafting. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm going to scroll. Hey, Terry. I'm going to start scrolling. Yep, it's refurbished, but it was like the Epson website called it something else. Certified Renew. That's what it is. But I'm pretty sure it means the same thing. Hey, Demspo, how are you? Thank you, Tanya. Girl, it is toit. It's toit. It'll loosen up. These are the knotless, so it's typically only tight for like the first day. Like when I wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be fine. But I just got them done today. So they're a little tight, just a little bit. Hey, Teresa, welcome. Preparing for my first Juneteenth event. Are you doing a pop-up shop? Like, do you have a table somewhere? Doing hats and shirts, finishing a quilt. Working Thursday. Do you get time and a half? I have not worked like a W-2 job since before I believe Juneteenth was recognized as a federal holiday. So I never got paid for it, but I haven't had a W-2 job since 2016. Yeah, it was like 2016. Was Juneteenth even a thing? I don't remember it being a thing. I don't know. I don't think it was. I know I never got paid paid time and a half for it, and I also never I was never off. Okay, that's good. Hey Patrice Boo, we're doing one of your designs today. It was so cute. I saw you do it on Friday. It was so stinking cute. And y'all know I love me sunflowers. Okay. I have a sunflower tattooed on my leg. So I love some and roses. It's like a tattoo. It's a tattoo, but it's a sunflower with 2 roses on either side of it. And then I just had rose bushes planted in my front yard. But yeah, I love sunflowers and I love roses. But let me get to brushing in because you know I said I wasn't gonna be here all night. So I am using quite a few colors. I think 2 of them I have not used yet. The Icy Lava and the Icy Daffodil. Did I use Icy Daffodil? I can't remember if I used it or not, but I know I have not used Icy Lava. So we're going to use that one today on the Juneteenth design. Hey, Eve. Okay. I'm going to start let me start by brushing in. Y'all, let me tell you what I did, okay? So I need to figure out, where do you guys order? I could probably get it from Jiffy. I used to get it from Jiffy, but where do you guys order like really good sublimation shirts that are quick and not see-through? Because I used to get the Gildan Performance from Jiffy shirts, but they were always sort of kind of see-through a little bit. Anyways, I went to Michael's and I grabbed 2 of these shirts, the cricket shirts. I really like the cricket shirts, but they're $10 a shirt. And I would like to get shirts that are not $10 a shirt. But I got 2 of these, right? I used one already for a real idea earlier. So I was going to use this one. I also bought the Make Market shirts, right? They have the Make Market brand at Michael's, and I bought 2 of them to sublimate on. Why I get all the way back to my office and realize they were youth larges, not adult larges. And I didn't feel like going back out to Michael's. So I was digging through my stuff and I found a Silky Sock shirt. So this is the one I believe that has the black sleeves and then the black on the back of it, I believe. Let me see. Yes. So this is a Silky Sock shirt. You sublimate on the front. It has the black sleeves and it has the black on the back. I guess I will put this baseball design on this one. This one. I feel like this one will look okay on this shirt. So had to improvise. I wanted an all white one, but that's okay. How much are Silky Socks shirts? That is a tongue twister. How much are theirs? Like, do they have regular all white ones? And how much are theirs? I might have to go on their website. I haven't ordered from Silky Socks in so long. You were gonna suggest Silky Socks. Okay, how much are their white ones? Michael's online is cheaper. How long is the shipping? Okay. I'm gonna look into, so the Michael's Make Market. I did get 2 of them, but I grabbed youth larges instead of adult larges. So I'll go back and take a look at their pricing. I wasn't even paying attention to the pricing. And I will check out Silky Socks as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with brushing in. Y'all, these braids is tight. I feel like I'm like this. Oh, these braids are tight. I'm gonna brush in the Juneteenth design first. Which, like I said, I did this one last year. Y'all, I need to refresh my designs. I used to have like a new design every week, and I have just not been motivated. I just have not been motivated to really design anything. And I've just been on Creative Fabrica. I've been on Patrice's website. I've been on Maryland's Etsy shop. I'm just buying everybody else's designs because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. I don't know. I'm a little dry. Thank goodness I know some really good designers because y'all just don't feel like it. But so this design I'm gonna do in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. I'm gonna start with Icy Daffodil. I cannot remember if I've used this one. I cannot remember if I've used Icy Daffodil or not. But this one is super, super pretty. This yellow is like, I need to pick 2 rhinestones that are like my brand colors. I think this yellow I could use as like my brand color, and then Icy Azalea. I used Icy Azalea earlier. Hold on, let me show y'all. I did this one earlier for like TikTok and it's my Instagram reels. I did this is the pink and yellow one. And then this one I'm gonna do was the green and yellow. And then on this shirt, I used the Icy Azalea. That looks so good. I think Icy Azalea is really close to like one of my brand colors, and this Icy Daffodil. This is the Icy Daffodil. That is so pretty. This is going to be a blingy shirt. Every color is icy. Except for the outline and the word Juneteenth. But all of these letters are going to be icy. So this shirt is going to be icy. Okay. But what have you guys been up to? Where's my brush? Anything fun? Hey, everybody popping in. I know I say it every week. Y'all ain't gonna be on here too long. It's not gonna take me that long to brush in. But so I don't know. I wanted to talk about this documentary because I don't know if y'all remember or heard about or was keeping up with that Ocean Gate situation that happened back in 2013, which was the submarine that imploded while it was going to see the Titanic. When I first heard about that situation, it was so crazy to me. I thought it was so crazy. And I was like befuddled, okay, about the entire situation. So, I mean, since then, they still haven't released any like official report as of June 2025. They're technically still investigating, right? Which is crazy because they now have a whole documentary about it. So I'm not sure what they're still investigating, but whatever. Anyways, y'all, they put a documentary on Netflix called Titan, the Ocean Gate disaster. Y'all have to go watch that if you're into that type of stuff. It was so crazy, and I was watching it while I was getting my hair braided, and I was like sliding out of my seat. Okay, literally sliding out of my seat. That was Icy Daffodil. Let's do yellow, red, green, orange. Yeah, let's do yellow, red, green, orange. So this one is Royal Candy Apple. It's not icy. This is super pretty too. And this is going, excuse me, this is going on a black shirt. Yes, Meredith. It was good. It was crazy. It was, I mean, I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil it, but basically, by the time that he actually went on that voyage, that diving to get down into to go see the Titanic, all of his engineers had quit because all of them said, this machine, this submarine is not safe. Do not dive this. It is dangerous. You are out of your mind. And we're not going to stand here and watch this. So by the time he actually did the dive with those people, like he had like 6 or 7 engineers. All of them but one had quit. All of them but one had quit. Because they kept telling him that that submarine was not safe and he would not listen. So that's why I'm trying to understand, like, what are y'all still investigating? They telling you exactly what happened. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. So crazy. They either quit or got fired because they wouldn't stop like questioning him. But yeah, he had like 7 of them when they first started, and by the time he went and did that dive, there was only 1. And the one that was still left refused to get on the submarine. Literally said, like, he was the owner, the guy, his name was Stockton Rush. He was telling him, you need to pilot this submarine on this mission going down to the Titanic. He said, absolutely not. I'm not getting on there. You're crazy. I'm not getting on there. Absolutely refused to get on the submarine with him. The one engineer that was left would not get on the submarine. That's wild. That is so. When I got in the car after I was done getting my hair braided, I called my husband like, oh my gosh, we are watching this. I'm gonna watch it again tonight when I get home with him so he can see it because it was so crazy. Hey everybody popping in. Hey LaJane, welcome. So wait, where is the Titanic located? I'm not sure. I don't think it's the Bermuda Triangle, but I'm not 100% sure exactly where it's located. I just know that they know where it is. Eileen, nope, the government never said it was safe. He never had it inspected. So I guess when you're making submarines, right, and you're taking them down into the ocean on a dive with actual people in it, there are protocols and there are inspections that you have to do from third parties. So people who are unbiased, you can do inspections with people that work for you, but before before you take actual people onto the submarine, you have to have it inspected by a third party so that they can deem it safe, and you have to have it classified per the government. Well, because he was breaking every single rule known to submarine industry, what he was doing was he was doing all of his tests in the Bahamas. So technically he was not in American waters, so he didn't have to go by the American rules. And then the passengers, he wouldn't call them passengers, because in order to be able to call submarine passengers, you have to have that inspection. So to bypass having to get the inspection, all of the passengers were called mission experts. So he didn't actually get it classified by the government. It was never classified. They never deemed it safe. And yeah, he was just breaking every single rule to be able to take people on this submarine without having to get it inspected. Like, if he would have survived that implosion, he would absolutely be in jail. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I will say, like, when I was a kid, I was always kind of like intrigued by the story of the Titanic. I don't know why. I just was. But if they ever like removed the Titanic from the ocean and put it in a museum, I would go see it. Would I ever get on a submarine to go see it? Absolutely not. I don't care if it was the safest submarine in the world. I'm not getting in the ocean like that. Absolutely not. But I guess I guess if people are not scared of the ocean, I can see why they would go do it. But yeah, I ain't never gonna do that. No, my curiosity is not that serious for me to ever get my little self on no submarine. It's not happening. Yep, it's the same documentary, Sadie. It imploded in 2023. So it was the CEO and the founder was the pilot. There was 5 people on the submarine. He was one of them. There was a French deep ocean explorer. I don't remember his name, but it was French. He at the time, which I don't understand his whole position either, because at the time he went on this voyage with him, he had done like he I don't remember the number, but he was one of the most accredited divers, deep sea divers in the world. He had been to the Titanic like 30 something times in different submarines. Like, why would he get on this man's submarine? I have no idea. But he was on the submarine as well, so he also passed away. And then there were 3 they didn't work for the company. They were passengers. They were passengers, and I believe they paid to be on that submarine. But they didn't call them passengers. Again, they called them mission experts. It was one guy. They were all 3 were millionaires, and it was one guy and his son, and then there was another guy. Yeah, it was insane. Oh, is it a museum? If it doesn't actually have the Titanic in it, I probably won't go. Like, I would go see the actual Titanic ship if they, like I said, if they took it out of the ocean and put it in a museum, I would go see it. But I've seen a lot of documentaries about the Titanic because I don't know why, but the whole little story just kind of, I was fascinated by it. And the irony of it sinking on the first voyage. But yeah, I have literally been thinking about that documentary all day. All day. All right. This green looks really good. Yep. It was so sad. Yeah, the boy was he wasn't that old. He was on there with his dad. And they didn't know nothing. They didn't know anything. That man had been lying. He had been lying his tail off in regards to this submarine being safe. He was just lying. He said that the submarine had already gone on like 5 missions to the Titanic already. That was a lie, not successfully. They had not successfully sent that thing. I think they did once. I think they did. Mm, no, they didn't. They sent a submarine. The first one that they sent, they had to trash it because it cracked on one of the missions going to the Titanic. They made it successfully, I think, like once or twice with the first submarine they had, because they had 2 of them. With the first submarine they had, I believe that first one had cracked and they had to redo it. That second one that they had never made it to the Titanic, but they did not tell people that they redid that submarine. They didn't tell people that was the second submarine. They were making it seem like it was the same original submarine. And that was the problem. Yeah, it's real interesting. If you're into, stories like that or news or whatever like that. Very interesting documentary for sure. Really? See, I didn't even see any of the did she say that to the news? The aunt? She said that to the news? That's so sad. That actually kind of breaks my heart a little bit because um they said because the submarine was made out of carbon fiber, and they said that when and they actually you could hear it too. They showed this part because he was recording like this whole process as well. So they had like little clips of them actually building this submarine. And when they were testing it before they actually built the whole thing, when they were testing the carbon fiber in the water, carbon fiber is basically like it looks like string or yarn kind of like intertwined like this, and then they coat it with like a glue or a resin. And when you exert, I guess, a certain amount of pressure, like when you're going into the ocean, like deeper and deeper, there's going to be a certain amount of pressure. And when you exert a certain amount of pressure, those fibers, like the little strings, they start to break, they snap, like they literally snap, and you can hear them. You can actually audibly hear the carbon fibers snapping before it implodes. So if he was already scared and then he started hearing those carbon fibers snap, I can't even imagine what he was like mentally going through, because they knew what was happening before the actual implosion. They knew what was happening because they could hear the carbon fibers snapping. I can't even imagine. Can't even like fathom. And so if his aunt said that he was scared, that actually really breaks my heart, because that's so sad. That is so sad. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting watch for sure. Okay, I gotta get these rhinestones out before I pick them up, or they don't get stuck on my tape. Thank you, Taryn. Yeah, everything about the one that uploaded. Yep. And he fired anyone. Yep, he sure did. He sure did. So many people quit. His interns quit. He had interns quit. His HR lady quit. She quit. There was an there's an engineer who told him like, none of this is safe. None of this is right. None of this is safe. And he fired him. Fired him in front of HR, in front of the other engineers. And the next day, the HR lady quit. She said that was her last day. But it was, I don't know. I can't say what I would have done, I guess, if I worked for the company. However, I feel like he wouldn't have been able to shut me up. I would have been outside his place of business with the SWAT team, like, sir, if you put any person other than yourself on this submarine, I'm going to expose everything about you. If you want to go down there, you go down there by yourself. You go down there by yourself. But if you take any other human beings on this dang old submarine, I am singing like a canary. I don't know. I feel like I would have done that, but you never truly know until you're actually in the situation, right? Miss Sadie, I sure do. I sure do. If it's a documentary, I'm probably going to watch it. There's only one I refuse to watch, and it's the Gabriel Fernandez trials. The story of Gabriel Fernandez. I absolutely refuse to watch that one. That's the only one I will not turn on. I cannot do it. Cannot do it. And I see it all the time. Netflix keep on suggesting it to me based off of, what I watch. It's a good fit for me. It is based off of what I watch. They're like, you would love this. I'm like, no, I would not. And I'm not watching it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pick this up. Are you guys working on anything fun? I gotta embroider some stuff. I have to oil my machine, y'all. That's really the problem. My machine needs a really good oil bath. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Dang. See, Nicole, I can't do it. I can't even do that to myself. I will be up just boo-hooing like a baby. I can't even do it. T. Thompson, Gabriel Hernandez is a he's a little boy. I don't even know what state he lives in, but he was a boy who was abused by his mom and I believe it was his stepdad. And he passed based off of the abuse, and I believe the documentary is about the trials and like the abuse and everything he endured. I think they interviewed like people at the school and stuff like that. I haven't seen it, so I'm just kind of trying to paraphrase based off of what I think it's about. But yeah, I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch it. The that one documentary, it wasn't even a documentary, it was a TV show based on a true story. The Central Park 5, that one about took me out. That one about took me out. So after that, I was like, I'm not watching stuff that makes me cry like that. I can't do it. Okay, so for the outline, I'm gonna do Labrador. When it comes to true crime, like I can watch a lot of stuff. I can watch a lot of stuff. Really, really sad, like kids. It really depends on what the crime was. If I can watch true crime about kids or not. It depends. I can't watch everything. Like I said, the Gabriel Fernandez story, I can't bring myself to watch it. And then stuff like that, I can't bring myself to watch it. But if it's lighter, I can tolerate it. But after I watched the Central Park 5 TV show, I can't think of the name of it, but it was about the Central Park 5. I was like, I am not subjecting myself to this because I boo-hoo cried. And honestly, when I was watching this documentary about the submarine, there was one part where I cried. They interviewed a guy who was on the submarine a few days before that voyage, where it imploded. He was on it and he was supposed to do a dive, but he ended up not being able to because of the weather. They canceled his dive because the waves were too strong and they couldn't safely dive. So they ended up canceling his dive. And then a couple days later was when they went on that dive where it actually did implode. And he was like kind of telling his story. He was a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. I think he still is a YouTuber. At the time, he had like 13 million subscribers. And he was kind of showing the footage that he had going out there, and he was on the submarine, and it showed him like them canceling his dive, and he was just saying like, that was almost me. And he was like crying, and then I started crying because it's so sad. That's so sad. But yeah. That was my crazy watch for the week. Hey, Kristen. Hey, everybody popping in. Yep, Darnell, I agree. That TV show was really sad. Hey, Lita, which one? The Central Park story or the submarine story? I get mad too, but I feel everything. I feel mad, I feel sad, I feel, you know, everything. I'm a baby. I am a cry baby when it comes to like TV shows like that. Like, especially if I'm watching it with my husband, he'll pause it and then look over at me to see if I'm crying. And I'm like, you crying? You over here crying? I'm like, man, shut up. Give me the remote. I have not used Labrador in a while. Labrador looks good. My Lean Fruitable Station was a hard one. I agree. I watched that one first. I watched that one before I watched the Central Park. Between those two, the Central Park one, I think I was already a little traumatized from Fruitable Station, and then that Central Park TV show really put me over the edge. And I don't even watch stuff like that anymore. I can't. If it's based on a true story, I'll do something like I'll read up on the story so I can be, I can be educated on it. But I just won't watch I won't watch the documentary or the TV show or whatever it is. I have not seen Straw. I'm gonna watch it. I've seen a lot of opinions about it, a lot of conflicting opinions about it, and I said I was gonna sit down and watch it so I can have my own opinion. But it sounds like it's one of those shows or movies where you either love it or hate it. I will say historically, I do enjoy Tyler Perry's work. I'm gonna sit down and watch it though. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. But I've heard from some people it was really good. I heard from some people it was horrible. I heard they turned it off after 15 minutes. And they hated it. I don't know. I've just heard a lot of conflicting opinions. Miley and I have not seen the Emmett Till movie either. I haven't even seen it. I know the story. I definitely know the story. I don't know if I can watch it. That's one I haven't brought myself to watch just yet. I don't know if I'm going to. It's like hearing the story is one thing, but actually seeing it um depicted in visuals, it's a little bit different. Oh, y'all think Straw was good? From what I heard, a lot of people were confused about Straw, but I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. I want to form my own opinion. Um, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people either loved it or hated it. It was like literally one or the other. I'm using Black Diamond on the word Juneteenth in the middle. Okay, I'll make sure to watch it to the end. Are you talking about Eve? Are you talking about Straw? Are you talking about the Emmett Till movie? There's like a lot of people were confused about the movie Sinners. Okay, I saw Sinners, and I have some opinions about Sinners too. Overall, the movie was good. The movie was a good movie. I will say that. It was a good movie. Michael B. Jordan did his thing per usual. I like Michael B. Jordan as an actor. I guess what it was for me that kind of confused me was the fact that I thought it was a vampire movie. And I guess technically it was, but there was so much context left out of it. And then he said that there wasn't going to be a sequel. So it just, for example, like the original vampire that just popped up and he was being chased by the, I can't think of the name of the tribe. I don't know if they named the tribe, but the Indians were chasing him and he just popped up out of nowhere and the Indians was chasing them. Where did they come from? Where did he come from? Where did the Indians come from? Where did they go? How did they know he was a vampire? Like, there was a lot of context left out that I would have liked to have, or maybe if there's a prequel or something for me to understand like the vampire part of it. If that makes sense. Hey, Angela. Oh, see, nah, yeah, Taryn, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. And I've seen pictures. I've seen, the infamous pictures that float around. I've seen them. I know the story. I know, I don't think I need to watch it. Oh, no, the movie Blood Didn't Sign My Name. Okay. What's it about? Sounds like something I will watch. Um, I get on the straw. The movie starts with the end. Pay close attention. The end of the movie is the beginning. Okay. Is there a template? So this Angela, this template, I made this one. It's in my Etsy shop. I haven't linked anything in my description box yet, but I will when I get off a live. But this one is in my Etsy shop. My template got a little cut off down here, so I'm gonna have to like hand place these, but that's okay. Yes. Hmm. I'm gonna look at the trailer and see if that's something I'm gonna want to watch. I'll look at the trailer. Oh, y'all cried on straw? Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like either you loved it or you hated it, because there was a lot of people like on my Facebook page I was seeing that absolutely hated it. I was like, dang, do I even want to watch it? But I'm gonna watch it so I can form my own opinion for sure. Hey, Ethel. So who all is going to applique getaway? I looked up the dates today. I had been thinking about it, but I kept forgetting what the dates were, and I looked them up today. And I don't have nothing planned that week. And I am really thinking about going. I know Eve will be there because I was looking at the classes. My grandbabies was looking at me like, what's wrong with her? My kids do that when I'm when I'm crying. They look at me like, it can't be that sad. Because I don't let them watch heavy stuff like that. Not right now, at least. I feel like they're too young for the visuals. Like they know the stories, like the Central Park Five. They know the story, but I think the visuals of it is just a little too heavy. They can watch that when they get a little bit older. Because it's heavy for me. And I'm an adult. That's what I was saying. Like knowing the story is one thing, but actually visually seeing it played out, it's a completely different thing. Like my son, Xavier, they were back in February made to watch Roots, not all of it, but some of Roots in his class. And he said that there were people in there like crying, like boohoo crying. And woo, I'm scared myself. He said that there were people like in his class crying, and I don't know. It's heavy. It's heavy for grown adults. So I don't know. Straw was so intense. I don't think a lot of people understood what's going on. It's not okay. Eve, I did see that. Laura willing to. Okay. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, Eve, for sure. Yes, Eve, I did hear that story, and they still ain't found this man. And that is so crazy to me. Is she? I didn't know she was a crafter. I actually don't remember her name. I remember listening to her in some of the interviews and stuff, but yeah. Them still not having caught him yet is crazy to me. What color am I doing? This is for this one, which has the green on it, and I'm putting this on a white shirt. So let's do. What do y'all think? Y'all think I should do icy lime or should I do winter green? That's interesting. Nope, I didn't know she was a crafter, but yeah, I did hear about that, and that was crazy. With Gray because Roots, I haven't seen all of Roots. Even as an adult, I haven't seen all of it. I've seen some of it, but he's in the 8th grade. No, I'm sorry, he's in the 7th grade. Well, just left the 7th grade going into the 8th grade. But they watched it in the 7th grade, and I didn't know he was watching Roots. Like they didn't ask us or anything if it was okay. He just came home and said, he asked me and Clarence, like, have you guys heard of Roots? And we were like, yeah. Where did you hear about Roots? And he was like, we were watching it in class. And then me and Clarence kind of looked at each other and was like, really? And he said that there were, kids in his class that were crying. And I was like, I'm not sure about that. But no, they showed it to him and they did not ask us. I thought it was a little wild personally, but it's nothing I can't take it back now. I agree, Eve. I agree. Like I said, reading it in a history book or telling the stories, that's one thing. But I think visuals need to come when the mentality to be able to process it is there. The visuals can be heavy. Visuals can be a lot. And I think that should be introduced when, the mental capacity is there to be able to, comprehend it, digest it, not be triggered by it. And that's not even saying that as an adult you won't be triggered. I'm triggered by stuff that I still see as an adult. But I think that, I have the mental wherewithal to say, you know what, this is too heavy for me. I'm going to turn this off. Whereas like kids, and especially in class, they can't get up and walk away. They're in class. You know what I'm saying? They can't say to the teacher, can they say to the teacher, I'm not watching this? Because I mean, we weren't even asked if our kids could be shown this TV show or this movie. We weren't even asked. So, I don't know. Just my little 2 cents, but yeah. Hey, Shamika. It is. I watched it when I used to work in a hair salon, and it was February, and the hair salon owner, she would have it playing every day in the hair salon. And that was like the first time I had seen it, because I wasn't allowed to watch. I mean, there was a lot of things I was not allowed to watch when I was a kid. I couldn't see anything. So like, I'm trying to think of like Love and Basketball, um, Save the Last Dance. Like that was the extent of the kinds of movies I could watch. Honey with Jessica Alba. Like y'all, my parents would not let me watch nothing. If they said more than one single cuss word in the entire movie, I had to cut it off. So I did not see Roots as a kid or anything like it. Like Clarence would tell me how he watched like The Sopranos, The Wire, Oz, like with his mother. And I was like, what? My mama wouldn't even let me stand outside her door and listen to this while she was watching it. So no, I didn't see it as a kid. I didn't see it until I was in my 20s. And I still haven't seen all of it. Mm, yeah, my parents made sure we watched it when it first came on TV in the 70s. Yeah, no, the conversation definitely should be discussed. The topic should definitely be discussed with parents for sure. Um, yeah, for me, it's just the concept of the visuals in for kids. Talking about it, reading about it in a history book, having the conversations, that's one thing. But actually watching it, I don't know, a little bit different. But yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch none of that as a kid. Nothing. My best friend, she started watching Law and Order. She was the one who kind of introduced me into like the crime type TV shows, because she started watching Law and Order when we were like 16, 17, and she would come and stay the night at my house. And um basically I had to literally beg my mom to let me watch Law and Order SVU. And by that time, like I said, I was like 16 or 17. And she almost didn't want me to watch that. Which, by the way, that is my show. Okay. I will start that over and watch from season 1. I love me some Olivia and Elliot. I'm behind. I haven't seen like the last 2 seasons, but that was my show. But yeah, she barely even wanted me to watch that. All right, I am about done brushing in, so we're gonna start pressing. Let me try to catch up on the comments. Hey Rosalind, no worries. I watched those as a kid with my parents. I was a teen when those came out. Yeah, I guess they do change. I'm not. I don't know. And now you basically go into. I sure do. I watch everything true crime now. But yeah, she wouldn't. They would not let me watch nothing. Nathan. All the little movies. Clarence will. He'll ask me, "You ever seen this?" I'm like, "No." What? You never? We gotta watch this now. Like the Gladiator movies. Never saw them. I still haven't seen them. I'm trying to think of some like pinnacle movies that everybody watched when I was younger that I was just not. I'm telling you, if you can name it, I probably either I didn't see it until I was in my 20s or 30s, or I still haven't seen it because I was not allowed to watch nothing. No, my heat press is not on. Thank you. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the sublimation first. So I'm gonna put it on 400. No, yeah, I'm gonna do the sublimation first. Marlies, yep. Some of the I would say some of the like some of the older ones and then some of the newer ones, they can kind of get I feel like the newer ones, the stories are dark, but I feel like the details are not as dark as they were like in the beginning seasons. Like when Captain Kragan was still there. I feel like they got real dark with the details. Which green? The one I just put on the shirt is icy lime. Hey everybody. Hey Penny. Hey everybody popping in. Happy Monday. What's going on? We are, hey girl, we are I just brushed in some bling. I'm about to press, but we're talking about movies and TV shows and documentaries and stuff. Nope, never watched The Godfather. Never seen it. I know for a fact my parents watched it because we had the movies. I like vividly remember seeing because wasn't it like broken up? Was that The Godfather where it was broken up into like 2, 3, or 4 different movies or something like that? They had the little pack sitting on a little shelf. But no, I was not allowed to watch it. Faith, I was allowed to watch Harry Potter. But I didn't really get into Harry Potter. My brother did though. My brother read the books and he watched the movies. Um, but I could watch Harry Potter if I wanted to. I think I went to the movies and saw like the first and the second one, and then I was done after that. I didn't watch the rest of the Harry Potters until I was an adult. But my brother saw them though. He was allowed to read the books and watch the movies. Uh-oh, your she shed is too small. What size do you have? Girl, Shamika, no, I was not. I did not see Friday until I was any of the Fridays until I was like 20. My best friend, she used to come over to my house all the time and we would be doing something and she would quote something from a movie like Friday. I remember she quoted Friday a couple times and she was like, she would look at me and I would not laugh. And she would be looking at me and she'd be like, oh yeah, you're not allowed to watch that. And I was like, what, 14, 15, something like that. But she would be cracking up and she would quote something from the movie. And I would just be looking at her like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then she would get irritated. She would get so irritated that I was not allowed to watch the stuff that she watched because we couldn't talk about it. But yeah, I did end up seeing I saw all of them when I became an adult and I was like, shoot, you know what? I think I might have watched the first one with her. I think when I turned 18, she was like, sit down, shut up. We're watching Friday because you're 18 now. Okay, so it was 3. Yep. I remember it was in that little book, not book, but in that little case thingy. There was 3 VHS. VHS is inside that little case, and they had all 3 of them, and they watched them. Yep. I remember, I don't know if y'all ever saw Me, Myself, and Irene. We had all sat down as a family to watch Me, Myself, and Irene. Like, I vividly remember this. This is like a core memory for me. And within the first like 5 minutes, he had said like 3 curse words or something inappropriate. And she paused it and was like, Ray, talking to my dad, Ray, get him out of here. They cannot watch this. Get them out. And it was like 5 minutes. And I was like, are you serious? And they kicked us out, sent us to our rooms, and they sat there and they finished watching it. And to this day, I still have not seen Me, Myself, and Irene. I still haven't seen that movie. Now that I'm older, I do feel like The Godfather isn't my type of speed now that I'm older, but no, I wasn't even allowed to watch it when I was a kid. Sugar Hill, and I've never heard of Sugar Hill. I have heard of New Jack City, but no, I have not seen it. Nope, I haven't seen it. But I've never heard of Sugar Hill though. Now I did watch The Sopranos. Maybe I think it was last year we watched it or 2 years ago. I did watch that one. I haven't gotten into Oz or The Wire. Clarence keeps telling me to watch those. Um, I don't think I'm gonna get into them. The Sopranos was okay. The Notebook, is that with Rachel? What's her name? Rachel McAdams? Is that her name? I did see that one. I did see The Notebook, but I was older. I was like 17, I think. Okay, yeah, I did see that one. I think I was like 17 when I saw that one. You just need a good movie marathon. That's what my husband keeps saying. He has a running list at this point of movies that I need to watch that I have not watched. I've never seen Dracula, never seen Coming to America, never seen Boomerang. I know specifically Coming to America, my husband was like wildly offended that I have not seen that movie, but no. I mean, it's more than one of those, right? I believe it's more than one, but no, I haven't. I haven't. Mm-mm. You know how long it would take me to catch up on all these movies at this point because all of these movies and TV shows been coming out, since I was a kid. I will literally be watching something. I'm still trying to catch up on Dexter because I wasn't allowed to watch Dexter when I was a kid, and now I love stuff like Dexter. I'm still trying to catch up on Dexter. Yep. So when like Delonda be saying all the movie lines and stuff, and so she be saying, I don't be knowing none of what she talking about. Mm-mm. I'm a one day I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of Clarence's list because I'm not joking. He has a running list um of movies and TV shows that we have to watch. I know for a fact Coming to America is on there. I know for a fact The Godfather is on there. Um, I know for a fact it was something else y'all said that was on there. I think he had mentioned Boomerang. He said was it an Eddie Murphy vampire movie? The Blades. I haven't seen none of the Blades. Um, I want to say, was it Eddie Murphy? Was it a vampire movie with Eddie Murphy, or was it? I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Nope, I ain't seen Harlem Nights. Waiting to Exhale. Nope. Yep, Vampire in Brooklyn. Yep, he was talking about that when we went to go see Sinners, and I have not seen it. And he was like, again, he was like wildly offended that I have not seen that. Oh, not I got y'all laughing because I don't know none of these movies. Well, I know what they are. I just haven't seen any of them. Sherelle, I haven't seen none of them. Coming to America, Beverly's Hill Cop, Trading Places. I haven't seen none of them. Mm-mm. Not y'all about to revoke my. I would say black card, but I feel like what is what Shamika said, my American card, because I ain't even Penny. I didn't see Top Gun either. So I saw the new one. There's a recent one, right? I saw that one. The first one, I did not see the first one. I didn't see the no. I did not see the first one. Have I seen Honey I Shrunk the Kids? I want to say yes. I want to say I don't. No, I don't remember. I feel like that was a TV show I could watch, but I don't think I did watch it. That was with I can't think of that man's name, but I think I did see that one. Not I have until the end of the year. I need a list. Y'all gotta send me a list of stuff I gotta watch to keep my I saw those Fridays. I thought that was gonna help me out keeping my card. I seen all of those. I'm trying to think what else did I like immediately watch when I became an adult. It was definitely the Fridays. Like literally my best friend was like, I'm not even joking. She like made me sit on the couch and watch Friday. We watched the first one, but and then I watched the other two when I was in college. Um, I definitely saw those. Again, she made me, but I think I got so far behind on what everybody was watching. I just was like, forget it. I'm not watching anything. How about that? Because it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. I'm gonna get you second. No, I've never seen it. I've heard of all of these movies. I have. Nope, I haven't seen Crooklyn. I did see The Color Purple. I actually saw The Color Purple. Purple. I think I saw that in school. Actually, the only thing I think this was Crooklyn. So don't do me if I'm wrong. But that Queenie line, I'm pretty sure that was in Crooklyn, right? I saw that little clip just from social media, but no, I haven't seen the whole movie. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw the color purple in school, probably like my 11th or 12th grade year. So I did see that one. Hmm. Let me see. I think my press is ready. Yep. Let me add in my other camera and I will we can start pressing. Nope, never seen Harlem Nights. Nope, never seen Last Dragon. I didn't even see The Wood until maybe like 8 years ago. Yeah, I was an adult when I saw The Wood. The Inkwell? No, I never even heard of that one. I never even heard of the Inkwell. Never heard of that one. Um, there we go. Nope, I haven't seen Don't Tell Mama the Babysitter's Dead. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Never seen the Blade movies. I wasn't allowed to watch that. The family shows. So I did watch the Cosby Show. I did watch what else did I watch? I watched Girlfriends, I watched The Parkers, I watched um The Cosby Show, I watched Family Matters, I couldn't watch, I don't think I can't remember if I just didn't watch Martin or if I wasn't allowed to watch Martin. But I know I didn't like I saw some of it, but I didn't really watch Martin like that or the Jamie Foxx show either. I didn't watch the Jamie Foxx show either that much. No, I actually didn't read a lot of books either. I watched what did I do? Nah, I don't even know what I did as a kid. I did a lot of like I played outside a lot. I I did a lot of like crafting and stuff, or I would watch like some movies, but I didn't watch a whole lot of TV until I was older, like in my teenage years. Limitation of Life. Nope, I never heard of that one. I watched Living Single. I don't think I watched all of it. But I did watch that one. Okay, then I probably could watch Martin. I think I just didn't watch Martin. But I loved Girlfriends. That was one of my favorite TV shows. Girlfriends, The Parkers. There was another one that I watched. I watched like a lot of 106 in Park. So that was like the thing when I was a kid. I did watch a lot of like uh MTV. I watched a lot of BET, but not the movies. And then I had to turn it off after a certain time because BET Uncut was a thing. So it had to get cut off at a certain time. The I think I could watch the Bad Boys movies. I did see the first one when I was a kid. Nope, I couldn't watch Dumb and Dumber. I specifically remember that because I tried to watch it and I couldn't watch it. I still haven't seen it. Clarence, please get out of here. And ain't nobody almost kill you. Hush. I did watch Moesha, yep. Y'all ignore this fool. We sitting up here talking about TV shows and he wanna talk about how I almost flipped a car. I don't even think my mama know that story. I might have told her when I was an adult, but I don't even. I can't remember. All right, I'll tell y'all the story while I'm pressing. Let me add in my iPad. There we go. My bad, y'all. So I did ask him, but did you die? I've asked him that multiple times. But anytime like I'm talking about stuff from my childhood, he always managed to find a way to pop his little head in and be like, tell him about that time you almost killed me in that car. I was like, let me grab my shirts. So I'm gonna press this baseball image first. This is the silky sock shirt. So it's black on the back. The sleeves are black, and then this is the polyester part. But so I met Clarence when I was like, I don't know. I was like what, 15? 16, 15, 16, something like that. Hey, everybody popping in. I should do a story time with on my other channel. Y'all, listen, if I actually got consistent with like posting stuff on my other channel, like family stuff, I would have y'all cracking up, okay? Because we're actually a hot mess, like for real, in real life. Yeah, yes, he is not talking about nothing recent. I was 16 when this happened. I was 16, he was 17. When this happened. So, granted, let's talk about how this man let me drive a car with no license. Okay? That's number 1. I didn't have a license and he knew that and he still got in the car with me. So, is it really my fault? Is it really my fault? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But anyways, so I was learning how to drive. This is the image I'm about to press. Y'all, I printed this with my Epson 15,000. That looks so good. But so I was learning how to drive, right? And it was on my street. So Clarence, it was me and then one of Clarence's friends that lived on my same street. He was also friends with me and my brother because they used to come to our house all the time to play like basketball. Like Clarence would come to our house and play basketball. And then the other guy that stayed down the street, he would come over and play basketball like that too. But Clarence and the other guy are a year older than me. So they were 17, I was 16. They were both licensed, I was not. So the other guy that lived down the street that was friends with Clarence, his name was Tyrone. And his dad used to let him drive his car all the time. So one day he was like, there's like this church that had a parking lot that's in our neighborhood. And it's literally like, it's like right down the street from Clarence's house and then right around the corner from my house. And so he was like, let's go to this parking lot and I'll teach you how to like parallel park and back into the parking spot. So I was like, okay, cool. So we go up to the church, we're in the parking lot. And he's like teaching me how to back into the space. He's teaching me how to like parallel park, all this stuff. And Clarence, he could see I guess he could see the parking lot from his house. Either that or he was walking. But somehow, some way, Clarence saw us in the parking lot. So he came over there. So now it was me, it was Tyrone, it was Clarence, and we were practicing parking and all that stuff. So after we got done doing that, I was like, can I drive it around the block? And I mean, they could have said no. Okay, they could have said no, but they did not. They said yes. And so, yeah, I'm gonna wait like 2 seconds to peel this off because I don't want to get no ghosting. But I'm gonna wait like 2 seconds. They could have said no, but they did not. Again, just a reminder, I was not licensed, so they could have said no. And so I started driving, around a little block. I go down the little street and I turn, and then I make another turn. And I was on this street that was kind of a dead end, but kind of not. You know, those streets where when you get to the end, instead of it being like a sharp turn, a sharp left or a sharp right, it's more like a curve, right? And then the street continues. It was like one of those streets. So I'm going down the street where the curve is. It was a curve, not a hard turn. I was smelling myself just a little bit too much, and I hit the gas a little bit harder than I probably should have. And I hit that little curve going a little too fast. And we went up on the curb. Okay, we was in the lady grass. And nobody died. So hey, all is well. Now, The hubcap was rolling down the street. So we went up on the curb into her yard and then back out. And then I got control of the car and we came back out of her grass. But like the whole little front part of her grass was, it was gone. It was gone. It was. And I'm not even sure to this day if that lady knew it was me, because I left. We all left. We ran and left. And I still to this day have no idea if she knew who it was. But and then Tyrone's dad's car, like his hubcap popped off and it was like rolling down the street. And that's the story. Clarence thinks that I tried to kill him, but I did not. Mind you, he was in the back in the back seat. He was screaming. Okay, he was in the back seat screaming. Anywho, that's the story, and he's going to tell that story at my funeral. I promise you, he will. And he's not going to tell it the way I just told it. He's going to tell it in a way that make it seem like I was intentionally trying to send that man back to Sky Daddy. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. Y'all, Clarence got out and started walking home. I'll never forget that. He didn't even say a word. Once I got back into the street, he got out of the back seat and walked home and didn't even say anything. He didn't say anything to me. He didn't say anything to Tyrone. He just got out and walked away and walked off and walked back to his house. And I didn't hear from that man for like a year. Y'all, don't let him be at my funeral telling lies, talking about I tried to kill him, because I did not. Hey, everybody popping in. Y'all, that hubcap rolling down the street was wild. That was wild. But here's a shirt that looks super cute. I don't have my ring light over here, so I'll show you guys again when I get over to the computer. Right, Shamika? I don't know why he acting surprised. He has known me and who I am since I was 16. I don't know why he still be acting surprised. Okay. If I pull up and he see a hubcap rolling down the street, he knows. He knows who he married. All after all of that, he chose to marry me anyway. So I don't even want to hear it. And really, I should stop making him bring up this story, because again, you married me. What? I was 20. That happened when I was 16, and we got married when I was 28. So 12 whole years later, you still decided to marry me. So what that say about you? I know you still watching, Mr. Broadneck. All right. Now I'm gonna do the other design. The bling and the sublimation design. This is a cricket shirt. This is gonna be so cute. Hey, Marilyn. Maybe I'll let him get on here one day and tell his version of the story. But just so y'all know, it's gonna be 75% a lie. If I let him get on this channel and tell his version of that story, it's gonna be 75% a lie. I need a new piece of butcher paper. Thank you to be on Gifted in Black. Eve, that's funny. He got the deaf part out the way. Ooh. Thank you, Rosalind. Now this, so the let me look because I didn't even see if this had the little blue fibers. When you're sublimating, if you don't lint roll really good, you'll get those little blue fibers. I don't see any on this shirt, and I know I didn't lint roll that great. However, on these Cricut shirts, you got to lint roll. These ones and the Gildan Performance, I have seen that little blue lint the worst on the Gildan shirts and the Gildan Performance and the Cricut shirts. Alrighty. All right, so here's the print. It looks pretty good even before, or for those who don't know, sublimation ink is heat activated. So when you're looking at it, let me see if I can kind of turn towards the light a little bit. So when you're looking at it, while it does, like for a sublimation print, this does look vibrant. However, sublimation prints in general are just dull because they are heat activated. When the heat hits it, that's when it kind of gets nice and vibrant. But this is the print before pressing. And then there is bling that I'm adding around. So I want to make sure I account for that when I'm placing it. I don't want it to be too high up because the bling still has to go up here above it. That should be good right there. Why is my auto not on? There we go. I'm gonna screenshot all y'all's little movie recommendations. But hey, everybody popping in. I'm scrolling up and looking at the comments. It was definitely his fault. He definitely knew I did not have a license. You know what I noticed? This press doesn't have like a countdown timer to like 3, 2, 1. And I'm not sure if the other one did. And I'm actually not sure of. So I know my heat press, my manual press did have a timer because you have to manually open it. This one has a timer because it does pop open. I'm not sure if this one doesn't have a timer because it's an auto open, but it was just something I recently noticed. Oh, that looks so good. So that's the print without the, that looks really good. Without the bling. I'm about to add the bling to it. And I still see a little bit of blue. Earlier, I had tried to do this print with the on a black shirt with the HTV Ronts vinyl for, it was the HTV Ront HTV vinyl, HTV for dark fabrics. I swear that's such a mouthful trying to say that. The HTV Ront Sublimation HTV for dark fabrics. There we go. And I didn't get my print aligned perfectly, so it looked a little crunchy. So I just decided to do regular sublimation on a white shirt. Just trying to make sure it's nice and lined up. It's a hair off, but that's okay. And I think it's crooked a little bit. Oh wait, I gotta bring it down. See, I was about to press it at 400 degrees. Let me bring this down. It shouldn't take that long to come down. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes for it to come down from 400 to 350. Where are they 50% off at? Nicole, I love it too. It's so pretty. This is such a pretty design. This design it's Patrice's. Do you guys know if this is in her Etsy shop or on her website or both? I don't have it linked. I'm gonna add links to everything. Probably when I get off of here, I'll add the links. But this one is Patrice's. I'm just not sure if it's on her website or if it's in her Etsy shop. Or she even has it listed. Sometimes she doesn't even list her designs, period. Oh, okay. So no, it's not listed. It's in her, it was a members only design. I am a member on Patrice's channel, but it's in her, if you're a member on her channel, it's in the members tab. It is such a super cute design. Ooh. I'm gonna put some oil on my hair and go right to sleep. I just need a little oil to loosen it up, just like the back part right on my neck. That's the part that's the tightest. That is so cute. So this tape, I did use a used piece of tape because it transfers some of the ink, so I can't use this again. So I'm about to toss it. That's the design. And I'll show you guys over when I get to the better light as well, because I know it's a little dark over here. And then we got the Juneteenth design. And this one, this is the one I'm going to give away. Y'all know I have to line it up over here first. I'll take this off. One of my stones moves. Okay, I had to line up the outline over on the table because anytime I try to line up stuff on my heat press, it'd be crooked every single time. Okay, so this first layer is Labrador. It's the outline. Okay, I'm gonna go check out the Cricut website. 50% off is $5. Should be $5 a shirt, right? It's still $10 on the Cricut website. Ouch. Y'all, I use this used tape, and these little stones are just moving. I'm gonna put this stone off to the. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna put it right back on there. I was gonna say I was gonna move it to the side and put it back later, but I'll just do it now. I'm always having to do this because I use tape way too long. Oh, that looks good. That is gonna be blingy. That is going to be blingy. And then this is the last layer, which was, I think, black diamond. Okay, there's 2 orange rhinestones that go right here. I saw that they had shifted, but I didn't know where they went exactly. And now that I'm laying it down, I can see exactly where they go. Okay. Okay. Oh, the sale is over. Dang. All right. I'm going to go over to the computer and we'll take a look at all the shirts and we'll do the giveaway for this one. Okay. Let me go ahead because I can hear the echo. There we go. Okay. Ouch, that's still hot. So this is just the straight sublimation, no bling. This is so I can wear it to the field. It's a baseball shirt. It has his number, has his name, and then I added the picture to it. Super cute. I'll probably still make another one with this image on the white shirt because I did one on an all white shirt. This is, oh, this is so pretty. This is Patrice's design that she gave to her members, and then it's just straight sublimation on a cricket shirt, and then this is icy lime. I did this with the pink one as well, the pink and yellow one with icy azalea. That icy azalea is so pretty too. This is so pretty. It's so pretty. And then this is the Juneteenth shirt. I know this bad boy about to be icy. We got Labrador on the outline, icy daffodil, royal candy apple, icy lime, and icy lava. Y'all, this is the first time I've used. This is the first time I used icy lava. One of the stones shifted. You can see it right there, but that's okay. Oh, right here too. See, that's what I get for using that tape. I might remake this before I send it out. But this is my first time using the icy lava, which is kind of like an orangey color. So kind of like a deep orange. And then Juneteenth is in Black Diamond. And it's a stone missing right here. See, that's what I get for trying to use, like, y'all, I be holding on to tape too long. But I'm going to go ahead and give this one away. Yeah. Just heat press it again and scooch it over. Yeah, it's two of them. It's two of the oranges are kind of shifted. So I'll probably do that. Trying to see if there's any other that happened to. I need to stop doing that. I hold on to my tape too long and it don't be sticky. And then they start shifting while I'm trying to press it. This is a size large. It's the Gildan heavy cotton, size large. But let me go ahead and set up the StreamYard giveaway. I know we're around 2 hours. My lips is dry. Oh, wait, no, not the home page. Go back. Whose design is the first one? The baseball one? Have a good night, Roslyn. Thank you, guys. That first design I got off of Etsy. I told you I'm not really in my designing era right now. The baseball design I got from Etsy, and it was a Canva template, and you just kind of drag and drop your picture. So I didn't make the design. I purchased it. It was a template from Etsy, and then I just put my son's image in it, and then I typed in his name and his number. Let me see if I can find the shot where I got that template from. But it is it's a Canva template. Let me see. I'll share my screen quickly so I can show you guys the template. This is the template, and this is the name of the shop that I got it from. And when you receive the template, this picture here, you just delete the picture and then you add your own. And then the numbers and the name, they're typable. So you would just click where the 00 is, you click it, and then you type in your number, and then same thing with the name. You just type in your name. But yeah, it's a super cute template. I didn't even look. Does that say something underneath that picture? Oh, it does. It says keep your eye on the ball and your heart in the game. I didn't even read that, which is cool. But I thought for a split second it was about to say your text here because I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, this is for the Juneteenth shirt. We're gonna do 1865. Hey, Brandon. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm mad he popped in here like, tell him about that time you tried to kill me. Like, sir, what? Coming in here being messy. Just messy. I actually went and grabbed dinner before I went live, so I don't have to rush home and to go eat. I'm about to put some oil on my scalp and lay right on down. My kids got out of school. Their last day of school was Friday, so I'm officially able to cut all my alarms off. I did have to get up early this morning, though, to go get my hair done. My hair appointment was at 9 a.m., so I did have to get up early, but I think tomorrow I might be able to sleep in a little bit. All right, I'm going to press draw. Good luck, everybody. Miss Sadie. Congratulations. Where is my email? Send it to this one. Send me an email with your mailing address and I will get this out this week. I do plan on being on next week, which is, let me see the date. The 23rd. I do plan on being on next week, the 24th. I'll be going out of town. I will be in Miami. I gotta text my boo so I can see her before I leave. But I'm going. This is technically like my birthday trip. I wasn't able to go on a birthday trip the week of my birthday, which was the 1st. We pushed it back a couple of weeks. So next week on the 24th is my official birthday trip. But I do plan on coming on live the 23rd. Hopefully, as long as nothing happens. But that's all I have for tonight, you guys. I really, really appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight, as always. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next week yet. Maybe embroidery, maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But y'all have a good night. You guys have a good week, and I will see you guys next week. Good night.